Picture this. You are sitting with a former president who leans over and whispers, "Want to see the UFO? Can you keep a secret?" This isn't science fiction. It's actually the reality of government UFO secrecy that has captivated researchers for decades. From crashed vessels with mysterious biological entities allegedly stored on ice, to Navy pilots witnessing impossible flight maneuvers, the evidence is, well, really starting to pile up. Today we're going to explore the explosive claims about government cover-ups and what whistleblowers are revealing about humanity's potential contact with non-human intelligence. The presidential question. Could even the most powerful person on Earth be kept in the dark about humanity's greatest secret? Joe Rogan recently discussed how intelligence agencies might deliberately withhold UFO information from sitting presidents, treating extraterrestrial evidence as compartmentalized above even presidential clearance levels. This raises some profound questions about who really controls access to cosmic secrets, and whether elected officials can access the most classified programs. The theory suggests that career intelligence officers maintain institutional knowledge across multiple administrations, keeping UFO programs hidden from temporary political appointees who might leak sensitive information. Rogan speculates that presidents receive limited briefings designed to provide plausible deniability while protecting deeper secrets from public exposure. The compartmentalization extends so deep that even high-ranking military officials remain unaware of crash retrieval operations happening within their own organizations. This system ensures that no single person, including the president, possesses complete knowledge about government UFO activities. The implications are staggering. If true, it means an unelected shadow government controls humanity's most significant discovery. Intelligence whistleblowers have suggested that certain programs operate under special access protocols that exclude even congressional oversight committees. Former CIA Director John Brennan has acknowledged that some intelligence programs remain classified beyond normal governmental review processes, lending credibility to claims about hidden UFO operations. The whistleblower claims. The most explosive UFO revelations have come from government insiders willing to risk their careers for disclosure. David Grush, a former Air Force intelligence officer, made headlines in 2023 when he testified before Congress about a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program. Grush claims the U.S. government possesses multiple spacecraft of non-human origin, along with what he describes as non-human biologics recovered from crash sites. These alleged biological materials are reportedly stored in secure facilities, sometimes referred to colloquially as being on ice. Carl Nell, a retired Army colonel who worked alongside Grush on the UFO task force, has publicly supported these claims, calling Grush beyond reproach. However, verification remains challenging since much evidence is classified and inaccessible to public scrutiny. Critics argue that without physical proof, these testimonies remain speculative regardless of the witnesses' credibility. Leslie Keene and Ralph Blumenthal, investigative journalists who first reported Grush's claims, emphasize that multiple intelligence sources corroborate aspects of his testimony. The challenge lies in distinguishing between legitimate whistleblowing and unverifiable speculation, making these claims simultaneously compelling and controversial. The visitor hypothesis. Scientists and researchers have proposed various theories about why advanced extraterrestrial civilizations might visit Earth. The prevailing hypothesis suggests that humanity represents a fascinating case study, a young, rapidly evolving technological civilization that has only recently developed nuclear weapons and space travel capabilities. Earth could be viewed as a cosmic Wild West, where unpredictable developments make continuous observation necessary. Dr. Avi Loeb from Harvard University has theorized that advanced civilizations might conduct reconnaissance missions to assess potential threats or opportunities. These visitors would likely maintain distance and secrecy to avoid influencing human development, following what researchers call the zoo hypothesis or prime directive scenario. Theoretical motivations include studying our technological progression, monitoring our environmental impact, or evaluating our potential for interstellar expansion. Some researchers suggest that extraterrestrial observers might be particularly interested in humanity's nuclear capabilities, given the frequency of UFO sightings near military installations and nuclear facilities. The dark forest theory, popularized in science fiction, proposes that advanced civilizations remain hidden to avoid potential conflicts with other species. If true, Any extraterrestrial visitors would prioritize stealth and minimal interference while gathering intelligence about human civilization and its trajectory. Ryan Graves, the Navy witness. Among the most credible UFO witnesses to emerge in recent years is Ryan Graves, a former United States Navy FA-18 Super Hornet pilot with over a decade of military service. Graves gained national attention for his detailed testimony about multiple UFO encounters along the East Coast between 2014 and 2015. His military background and combat experience provide significant credibility to his accounts, making him, one of the most trusted voices in contemporary UFO disclosure. Graves has testified before Congress and appeared on numerous media platforms, consistently maintaining that unidentified objects displayed flight characteristics far exceeding any known human technology. His willingness to speak publicly, despite potential career implications, really demonstrates the seriousness of his concerns about aviation safety and national security. Chris Cuomo and other journalists have interviewed Graves extensively, noting his measured professional approach to describing extraordinary encounters. Graves emphasizes that his motivation for going public stems from flight safety concerns rather than sensationalism. His testimony has been instrumental in legitimizing UFO discussions within military and government circles, helping remove the stigma traditionally associated with UFO reporting among military personnel. First contact: the radar upgrades. The modern era of military UFO encounters began with significant technological upgrades to Navy radar systems between 2013 and 2014. These enhancements involved installing active electronically scanned array radar systems on FA-18 fighter jets and naval vessels, dramatically improving their ability to detect small, fast-moving, or low-observable objects. Ryan Graves reported that these radar upgrades immediately began detecting unknown objects in military training areas off the Virginia Beach coast. At first, many encounters were dismissed as equipment malfunctions or calibration issues, since the new systems were more sensitive than previous technology. However, repeated detections of objects exhibiting unusual flight patterns forced military personnel to acknowledge they were observing actual phenomena. The upgraded radar could detect objects flying at various altitudes, from sea level to 30,000 feet, often moving in formations or displaying impossible acceleration capabilities. The war zone reported that pilots began noticing these objects almost daily once the new radar systems came online. This technological leap inadvertently lifted the curtain on UFO activity that had likely been occurring undetected for years, marking a turning point in military acknowledgement of unidentified aerial phenomena in controlled airspace. Visual confirmation. The transition from radar contacts to visual confirmation marked a crucial evolution in military UFO encounters. After months of detecting unknown objects on upgraded radar systems, Navy pilots began achieving visual contact and recording evidence using forward-looking infrared cameras. These infrared systems captured objects with distinctive heat signatures, proving they were physical entities rather than electronic anomalies or sensor malfunctions. Chad Underwood, another Navy pilot, recorded the famous FLIR 1 video in 2004, showing an object hovering between 15,000 and 24,000 feet without visible propulsion. David Fravor, commanding officer of the Black Aces fighter squadron, made visual confirmation of a white 40-foot-long, tic-tac-shaped object during a training exercise. These visual encounters involved objects displaying rapid maneuvering capabilities, stationary hovering despite strong winds, and sudden acceleration to hypersonic speeds without creating sonic booms. The combination of radar detection and visual or infrared confirmation eliminated possibilities of equipment malfunction or misidentification. Pentagon officials eventually released several of these FLIR videos to the public, acknowledging their authenticity while admitting they cannot explain the object's origins or capabilities. These confirmations transformed UFO discussions from speculation to documented phenomena, requiring serious scientific and military investigation. Flight characteristics. The flight characteristics displayed by these unidentified objects, they consistently defied known principles of aerospace engineering and physics. Ryan Graves reported objects hovering motionless for extended periods, even in 70-knot winds, and then instantly accelerating to several hundred knots without any visible means of propulsion. Navy pilots documented objects performing what they called racetrack patterns, flying in precise rectangular or oval formations for hours at altitudes ranging from sea level all the way up to 30,000 feet. David Fravor described watching objects drop from 80,000 feet to 20,000 feet in just seconds, showing acceleration capabilities that would generate G-forces fatal to any biological pilot. The objects showed no heat signatures from conventional engines, exhaust plumes, or rotor wash, like you'd expect from aircraft or helicopters. Pentagon reports indicate some objects actually remained airborne for 12 hours or more, which is way beyond the endurance capabilities of any known aircraft. Most puzzling of all was their ability to perform impossible maneuvers, stopping instantaneously, changing direction at really acute angles, and accelerating without the gradual speed buildup that conventional physics requires. These flight characteristics, honestly, suggest propulsion systems operating on principles way beyond our current human understanding, involving technologies that could completely revolutionize aerospace engineering if we could ever replicate or understand them. The close encounter. One of the most dramatic incidents occurred when a UFO flew directly between two Navy FA-18 Super Hornets during a training mission off the Virginia Beach coast. Ryan Graves described this encounter as a reality check moment for his entire squadron, as the object passed within extremely close proximity to both aircraft, creating a dangerous near-collision scenario. The pilots described the object as a dark gray or black cube inside a clear sphere, unlike any known aircraft configuration. Despite the severity of the incident and obvious flight safety implications, no official report was initially filed due to the stigma surrounding UFO encounters in military circles. Graves emphasized that this close encounter represented a critical aviation safety issue, regardless of the object's origin or nature. The incident occurred approximately 10 miles off the coast during routine training exercises, highlighting how these objects operate within active military training areas. Witnesses described the object's movement as deliberate and controlled rather than random, suggesting intelligence behind its actions. This encounter prompted Graves to begin speaking publicly about UFO encounters, emphasizing that aviation safety must take precedence over potential embarrassment or career concerns in reporting such incidents. Ocean theories and underwater bases. A significant pattern in UFO sightings involves their frequent appearance near coastlines and over oceanic areas, leading to theories about underwater bases or submerged craft. The Hudson Valley region has been a UFO hotspot for decades, with numerous sightings occurring near the Hudson River and Atlantic coastline. Jeremy Corbell, co-host of The Weaponized, documented incidents where UFOs were observed emerging from the Pacific Ocean near California, suggesting these objects possess transmedium capabilities, the ability to operate seamlessly in both air and underwater environments. Navy sailors aboard the USS Jackson reported watching 4 unidentified aircraft rise from the ocean before coordinating their movements and departing in formation. Researchers theorize that approximately 80% of Earth's ocean floor remains unexplored, providing vast areas where advanced craft could operate undetected. The deep ocean offers natural concealment from human observation and radar detection, making it an ideal location for hypothetical alien bases or underwater facilities. Fox News reported that these ocean-based UFOs display the same advanced propulsion characteristics observed in aerial encounters, including rapid acceleration and impossible maneuverability. This aquatic connection suggests that UFO phenomena may involve more than just atmospheric visitations, potentially indicating permanent or semi-permanent presence in Earth's oceans. The Michio Kaku analysis. Dr. Michio Kaku, a renowned theoretical physicist and futurist, has provided scientific perspective on UFO phenomena and alleged recovered materials from crash sites. While acknowledging that some UFO recovery stories may be fictional or exaggerated, Kaku emphasizes the importance of maintaining scientific openness to revolutionary discoveries. He has discussed the possibility that advanced extraterrestrial civilizations could possess technologies involving artificial intelligence integration, quantum propulsion systems, and materials science beyond human comprehension. Kaku suggests that if governments have indeed recovered alien technology, the implications would be staggering for human technological development and our understanding of physics. He has noted that advanced civilizations might use automated probes or AI-controlled spacecraft for exploration, reducing risks to biological entities while gathering comprehensive data about encountered worlds. The physicist emphasizes that humanity must expand its scientific paradigms to accommodate possibilities that currently seem impossible, including faster-than-light travel, dimensional manipulation, and consciousness-based technologies. Kaku's analysis underscores broader questions about humanity's place in the cosmos and whether we are prepared for contact with vastly superior intelligence. He advocates for continued scientific investigation while maintaining healthy skepticism, recognizing that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence but shouldn't be dismissed without proper examination. From presidential secrets to Navy pilot testimonies, the evidence suggests we're living through a pivotal moment in human history regarding potential extraterrestrial contact. Whether these phenomena represent advanced human technology, natural atmospheric anomalies, or something truly otherworldly, the implications are staggering. The growing transparency from military witnesses and government officials indicates that the truth about UFO encounters may finally be emerging from decades of secrecy. Stay connected to Simply Science for the latest developments in this unfolding cosmic mystery. Like, share, and subscribe. Bill Nye's latest findings from Voyager 1 reveal something that's honestly keeping NASA scientists awake at night. Here's a mind-bending fact for you. Light from our sun takes over 22 hours to reach Voyager 1's current position. That's just how far this tiny probe has traveled into the unknown. But what it's discovering out there isn't the peaceful emptiness we expected. Instead, Voyager 1 is detecting massive energy storms that shouldn't even exist, plasma waves that could totally obliterate future spacecraft, and magnetic chaos that, well, completely defies our understanding of physics. The question isn't really what's out there anymore. It's whether we're actually prepared for what's waiting in the darkness. The epic journey of Voyager 1. What if I told you that right now as you're watching this video there's a tiny spacecraft hurtling through the darkness of space at 38,000 miles per hour, carrying humanity's message to the stars? Voyager 1 isn't just any ordinary space probe, it's our species' greatest ambassador to the cosmos, and it's been on an incredible journey that started when your parents were probably jamming to disco music back in 1977. This remarkable piece of human engineering has traveled an absolutely mind-boggling 14 billion miles from Earth, making it the most distant human-made object in existence. Think about that for a second. 14 billion miles. That's so far that if you could drive there in a car going highway speeds, it would take you over 17 million years to reach it. What began as a simple mission to snap some photos of Jupiter and Saturn has evolved into something far more extraordinary. Voyager 1 has become our first interstellar explorer, crossing the boundary of our solar system in 2012 and venturing into the mysterious realm between the stars. Every single day, this incredible machine continues to beam back data from the edge of known space, revealing secrets about the universe that we never even knew existed. The fact that this 45-year-old spacecraft is still functioning perfectly in the harshest environment imaginable is nothing short of miraculous, and what it's discovering out there is about to blow your mind completely. The terrifying discovery that changed everything. Scientists are calling it the most unsettling space discovery in decades, and when Bill Nye uses the word terrifying to describe something from space, you know it's serious. After 45 years of silent travel through the cosmos, Voyager 1 has stumbled upon something in the depths of interstellar space that's making even the most seasoned astronomers lose sleep at night. This isn't your typical wow, look at this cool space rock kind of discovery. We're talking about findings that are fundamentally challenging everything we thought we understood about the universe beyond our solar system. The data streaming back from this ancient spacecraft is revealing that interstellar space isn't the peaceful, empty void we always assumed it would be. Instead, Voyager 1 has encountered phenomena so unexpected and potentially dangerous that it's forcing scientists to completely rewrite the textbooks on space exploration. What's particularly chilling is that these discoveries suggest the space between stars might be actively hostile to any form of life or technology that dares to venture into it. The implications are staggering because if these findings hold true, they could mean that humanity's dreams of reaching other star systems might be far more dangerous and complicated than we ever imagined. Bill Nye's concern isn't just academic curiosity, it's a genuine warning about what awaits us in the vast darkness between worlds, and why these revelations from our most distant explorer should make us both amazed and deeply concerned about our cosmic future. Mysterious magnetic field anomalies. Something is seriously wrong with the magnetic fields in deep space, and what Voyager 1 is detecting out there should terrify anyone who dreams of interstellar travel. The spacecraft has encountered magnetic field fluctuations so bizarre and unpredictable that they're completely defying every theoretical model we've built over decades of space research. We're not talking about minor variations here. These are dramatic, violent shifts in magnetic field strength and direction that are happening in patterns that make absolutely no sense according to our current understanding of physics. The magnetic environment that Voyager 1 is navigating through is like a cosmic storm that never ends, with field lines twisting and writhing in ways that suggest interstellar space is far more chaotic and turbulent than we ever dared to consider. What makes this discovery particularly alarming is that these magnetic anomalies could have devastating effects on any future spacecraft attempting to make the journey between stars. Magnetic fields control everything from cosmic radiation flow to the behavior of charged particles, and if we can't predict or understand these field patterns, we can't protect our technology or potential human crews from their effects. The implications are staggering because these findings suggest that the space between stars isn't just empty darkness, it's an active, dynamic environment filled with invisible forces that could tear apart any unprepared vessel. Voyager 1's instruments are essentially screaming back to Earth that interstellar space is nothing like the calm, predictable void we thought we'd find out there. The cosmic ray radiation surge. Your smartphone would be fried within seconds, and a human body would be cooked from the inside out. That's, the reality of what Voyager 1 is experiencing right now in the radiation-soaked nightmare of interstellar space. The spacecraft has detected a terrifying surge in cosmic ray radiation that's bombarding it at levels so intense they're completely rewriting our understanding of what lies beyond our solar system's protective bubble. These aren't just ordinary space particles we're talking about. These are high-energy cosmic bullets traveling at nearly the speed of light, packing enough punch to destroy DNA, fry electronic circuits, and turn any unprotected material into radioactive waste. What's absolutely chilling is that the radiation levels Voyager 1 is measuring are exponentially higher than anything our most pessimistic models predicted, creating a cosmic shooting gallery that would be instantly lethal to any living creature foolish enough to venture into it. The implications for future space exploration are downright terrifying because our current shielding technologies would be about as effective as tissue paper against this interstellar radiation storm. Every second that Voyager 1 spends in this hostile environment, it's being pelted by millions of these cosmic projectiles, and the fact that it's still functioning is nothing short of miraculous. This discovery means that the space between stars isn't just empty and cold. It's actively trying to destroy anything that dares to enter it, turning humanity's dreams of interstellar travel into a potential suicide mission that we're nowhere near prepared to attempt. Implications for future space exploration. Every science fiction movie about interstellar travel just became a horror story, and Voyager 1's discoveries are essentially telling us that our dreams of reaching other stars might be nothing more than elaborate plans for cosmic suicide missions. The combination of unpredictable magnetic field chaos and lethal radiation bombardment that our lone spacecraft is encountering out there paints an absolutely terrifying picture for any future human attempts to leave our solar system. Current spacecraft shielding technology, which we thought was pretty impressive, would be completely useless against the interstellar environment that Voyager 1 is revealing. It would be like trying to stop a machine gun with a paper umbrella. The magnetic field anomalies alone could send any navigation system into complete chaos, while the cosmic ray radiation would slowly cook any crew members from the inside out, turning what should be humanity's greatest adventure into a prolonged death sentence. Even our most advanced robotic missions would face catastrophic challenges in this hostile environment, with electronic systems failing left and right under the relentless assault of high-energy particles. What's particularly disturbing is that these discoveries are forcing engineers and scientists to completely rethink every aspect of interstellar mission design, from propulsion systems to life support to communication arrays. The space between stars isn't just vast and empty, it's actively trying to destroy anything that enters it, which means that reaching another star system might require technological breakthroughs we haven't even begun to develop yet, making interstellar exploration far more dangerous and complex than our wildest nightmares ever suggested. Voyager 1's aging but resilient instruments. How is a 45-year-old piece of technology that's older than the internet still sending back data that's revolutionizing our understanding of the universe? Voyager 1's instruments are performing what can only be described as the most incredible feat of engineering endurance in human history, continuing to function flawlessly in an environment so hostile that it would instantly destroy any modern smartphone or computer. These sensors were designed in the 1970s using technology that's practically ancient by today's standards. We're talking about equipment that has less computing power than a basic calculator, yet it's still detecting and measuring phenomena that our most advanced, Earth-based instruments could never hope to encounter. The spacecraft is operating in conditions that would make Antarctica look like a tropical paradise, enduring temperatures hundreds of degrees below zero, while being constantly bombarded by cosmic radiation that would fry any unprotected electronics in seconds. What makes this even more remarkable is that every piece of data Voyager 1 sends back to Earth takes over 22 hours to reach us, traveling across billions of miles of empty space at the speed of light. The fact that these decades-old instruments are not only surviving but thriving in the harshest environment imaginable is a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless drive to explore the unknown. Every signal we receive from this ancient explorer represents a triumph of engineering that's allowing us to peer into cosmic mysteries we never even knew existed, proving that sometimes the old ways of doing things are exactly what we need to unlock the universe's deepest secrets. Redefining our understanding of interstellar space. Everything we thought we knew about the space between stars was completely wrong, and Voyager 1's shocking discoveries are forcing scientists to throw decades of research straight into the trash can. Instead of finding the peaceful, empty cosmic highway that textbooks have been describing for generations, our intrepid spacecraft has stumbled into what can only be described as a turbulent ocean of chaos and violence that's rewriting the fundamental laws of astrophysics. The interstellar medium isn't the calm, predictable void we expected, it's a dynamic battlefield where invisible forces clash in ways that make absolutely no sense according to our current understanding of how the universe should work. Scientists are literally going back to the drawing board, questioning basic assumptions about galactic structure, stellar formation, and the very nature of space itself, because Voyager 1's data is revealing phenomena that shouldn't exist according to our models. This discovery is opening up entirely new fields of research that we didn't even know we needed, forcing astronomers to ask questions they never thought to consider before. The implications are staggering, because if we've been this wrong about something as fundamental as interstellar space, what else have we completely misunderstood about our cosmic neighborhood? Every new data packet from Voyager 1 is essentially telling us that the universe is far stranger, more complex and more dangerous than we ever dared to comprehend, turning our confident scientific theories into educated guesses that need complete reconstruction from the ground up. The heliosphere boundary mystery. There's an invisible war happening at the edge of our solar system right now, and Voyager 1 has just sent back battle reports that are making scientists question everything they thought they knew about our cosmic neighborhood's defenses. The boundary between our solar system and interstellar space, known as the heliopause, isn't the simple, clean border we always assumed it would be, but rather a chaotic battleground where our sun's influence clashes violently with the alien forces of deep space. Voyager 1's instruments are detecting bizarre structures and phenomena at this cosmic frontier that suggest our sun's protective bubble extends much further than we ever imagined, while simultaneously revealing that the interstellar medium is actively pushing back against our solar system like an invading army trying to breach our defenses. The heliopause is turning out to be a dynamic, constantly shifting boundary that's more like a cosmic stormfront than the peaceful transition zone scientists expected to find. What's particularly unsettling is that this boundary appears to be fluctuating and changing in real time, with the interstellar medium sometimes advancing deeper into our solar system's territory, and other times retreating under the sun's influence. These discoveries are revealing that our solar system isn't just floating peacefully through space. It's engaged in an ongoing cosmic struggle with the hostile environment beyond, and the outcome of this battle could determine whether our protective heliosphere remains strong enough to shield us from the deadly radiation and chaos that Voyager 1 is encountering in the depths of interstellar space. Bill Nye's call for scientific wonder and concern. When one of the most trusted voices in science education starts using words like terrifying to describe space discoveries, You know we're dealing with something that goes far beyond typical scientific curiosity. Bill Nye isn't just throwing around dramatic language for clicks. He's genuinely concerned about what Voyager 1's findings mean for humanity's future among the stars, while simultaneously celebrating the incredible power of human curiosity that made these discoveries possible in the first place. His perspective on these revelations is particularly compelling because he's spent decades making complex scientific concepts accessible to millions of people, and now he's faced with the challenge of explaining discoveries that are both awe-inspiring and deeply unsettling. Nye emphasizes that while these findings about interstellar space's hostile nature are genuinely frightening for anyone dreaming of Star Trek-style space exploration, they also represent the absolute pinnacle of human scientific achievement and our relentless drive to understand the universe around us. He argues that these terrifying discoveries shouldn't discourage us from exploring space, but rather inspire us to ask bigger questions, develop revolutionary technologies, and approach the cosmos with both profound wonder and healthy respect for its incredible complexity and potential dangers. What makes Nye's perspective so valuable is his ability to balance scientific excitement with practical concern, reminding us that every great discovery in human history has initially seemed impossible or frightening, but ultimately led to breakthroughs that expanded our understanding and capabilities in ways we never thought possible. What the future holds for deep space discovery. Right now, billions of miles away in the cosmic darkness, Voyager 1 is racing toward discoveries that could completely change everything we think we know about the universe, and we might only have a few more years to receive these mind-blowing revelations. As this incredible spacecraft continues its lonely journey into the unknown depths of interstellar space, scientists around the world are holding their breath, eagerly awaiting the next batch of data that could revolutionize our understanding of what lies beyond our solar system's protective boundaries. The clock is ticking because Voyager 1's power supply is gradually weakening, and engineers estimate that the spacecraft will only have enough energy to operate some of its most crucial instruments until around 2025. Meaning we're potentially in the final countdown to receive humanity's last direct communications from the edge of known space. What makes this race against time even more exciting is that these groundbreaking findings are already influencing how we design future deep space missions, forcing engineers to develop entirely new technologies that can survive in the harsh, radiation-soaked environment that Voyager 1 has revealed. The spacecraft's terrifying discoveries about magnetic field chaos and cosmic ray bombardment are challenging scientists to create revolutionary shielding systems, navigation technologies, and communication arrays that can function in conditions far more hostile than we ever imagined. Every day that Voyager 1 continues to transmit data brings us closer to unlocking cosmic secrets that could reshape our entire approach to space exploration and our understanding of humanity's place in this vast, dangerous, and utterly fascinating universe. And there you have it. Voyager 1's incredible journey continues to reveal the universe's most mind-bending secrets. The cosmos is far stranger and more dangerous than we ever imagined, but that's exactly what makes space exploration so fascinating. If these cosmic discoveries blew your mind as much as they did mine, make sure to hit that bell icon so you never miss our latest space revelations. Don't forget to subscribe to Simply Science for more incredible discoveries that will change how you see the universe. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these Voyager 1 findings shocked you the most. Until next time, keep exploring the wonders of science. What if the most profound discovery in human history was made and then deliberately buried? We're not talking about rumors or grainy photos here. We're talking about 24 gigabytes of classified NASA data on an interstellar visitor that, honestly, defied the laws of physics. Data leaked by a ghost-like hacker group revealing a 26-kilometer-wide object that wasn't just passing through our solar system but actually, actively navigating it. This is the story of 3I Atlas, what NASA allegedly found and why they never wanted you to see it. So let's delve into the data. Event Horizon's cyber attack. So how does a clandestine group get its hands on NASA's crown jewels? According to the leaked security logs, this wasn't a brute force attack, it was surgical. In the early hours of September 2, 2025, Event Horizon executed a coordinated cyber attack that bypassed multiple layers of agency firewalls. They exploited a zero-day vulnerability in an outdated Fortran-based mission planning module which honestly was just a tiny crack in an otherwise formidable digital fortress. The transfer rate was a blistering 571 megabits per second, far too fast for automated security flags to catch in time. Forensic analysts later pieced together a chilling timeline. The attackers gained initial access at 3:14 a.m. Eastern, escalated their privileges to the highest level by 3:19, and began siphoning data at 3:23. In under 7 minutes, 24 gigabytes of compressed files, including internal chat logs, draft reports, and sensitive telemetry from the 3I Atlas intercept mission, were gone. By 3:30 a.m., the connection vanished, leaving behind nothing but a silent gap in the audit trail. Cybersecurity expert Mikko Hyppönen has stated that such an attack would require nation-state-level resources, suggesting Event Horizon is far more sophisticated than a typical hacktivist group. The manifesto and distribution. A data breach is one thing, but a declaration of war on secrecy is another. Within hours of the hack, a manifesto from Event Horizon appeared on encrypted forums. Their message wasn't a boast, it was a justification. They claimed the breach was a direct response to what they termed unlawful cosmic secrecy, arguing that discoveries of this magnitude belong to humanity, not to a select few government agencies. The manifesto warned that the stolen files contained information so sensitive even senior directors at NASA were allegedly unaware of its full scope. Their language was direct: the world deserves to know what its own scientists have found. To prove their point, they began a strategic distribution campaign. Blurred screenshots and heavily redacted memos were sent to journalists and channels known for covering classified science. They specifically avoided mainstream outlets, opting for platforms that would analyze the data without an institutional filter. This drip feed of information created a groundswell of speculation that legacy media couldn't ignore, forcing the conversation into the open on Event Horizon's terms. Authenticating the documents. In the world of leaks, authenticity is paramount, so are these files real? The evidence presented by Event Horizon is compellingly layered. The leaked screenshots are plastered with authentic details: bold, block-lettered confidential stamps, thick redaction blocks, and metadata tags showing UTC timestamps that perfectly match the breach window from NASA's own security audit. We see mission patch artwork in the corners, a stylized comet labeled 3I Atlas Int. Every document carries unique identifiers, routing codes, and internal chat handles you'd expect to see inside a major agency. Technical diagrams and draft tables use Courier font headers and bear NASA's internal digital watermark. We even see screenshots of the classic blue and white NASA email interface, with subject lines like Atlas Intercept Immediate Action Required and Telemetry Review Anomaly Detected. One partially blurred memo lists technical trajectory data, while another redacted report is marked with the access level TSSCI, denoting top secret, sensitive, compartmented information, a classification that restricts access to a small, specific group of cleared individuals. The documents bear digital signature strings ending in JPL for the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and GSFC for the Goddard Space Flight Center, indicating a multi-center collaboration. Discovery of 3I Atlas. Before the leak, there was the discovery that started it all. On July 1, 2025, the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, Atlas Survey in Hawaii, logged a new object tearing into the solar system at 130,000 miles per hour. Astronomers flagged it immediately. This was no ordinary comet. The object, soon labeled 3I Atlas, measured an estimated 26 kilometers across, roughly the size of Manhattan, moving faster than any object ever observed inside the orbit of Jupiter. Veteran survey scientist Dr. Lina Takahashi, a fictional name from the leaked files, was quoted in a log. The track was so steep the software flagged it as an error. Within hours, observatories from Chile to Arizona confirmed the numbers. The object's incoming speed of over 58 kilometers per second defied the sun's gravitational grip. Its trajectory pointed back toward the constellation Lyra, far from the ecliptic plane where most solar system debris resides. To put its size in perspective, the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs was only about 10 kilometers wide. This was over twice that, and it wasn't from around here. Impossible physics and trajectory. Here's where the story takes a sharp turn from unusual to unbelievable. Like its predecessor Oumuamua, 3I Atlas was not behaving according to the laws of physics. The leaked mission logs from July 18, 2025, show a sudden, inexplicable sideways acceleration resulting in a velocity change, or delta V, of 1.5 meters per second. The object changed course in a way that defied gravitational models. For a normal comet, such a deviation could be explained by outgassing, measured by the non-gravitational acceleration parameter A2. However, just like with Oumuamua, initial observations of 3I Atlas showed no cometary tail, no dust, and no gas coma to account for the push. Its A2 parameter was effectively zero, yet it was still maneuvering. Trajectory analysts were stumped. They ran models accounting for solar radiation pressure, gravitational pulls from planets, and every known natural force. Nothing matched the telemetry. Dr. Amy Mainzer, a leading expert on asteroids, has noted that explaining such a deviation without observable outgassing requires exotic physics or an artificial origin. The numbers kept pointing to a single, unsettling conclusion. Some force other than gravity was steering this massive object through our solar system. Surface anomalies. The armor problem. What does a 26-kilometer object from another star system look like? The first leaked images from the Intercept mission were paradigm-shattering. 3I Atlas's surface resembled no comet on file. Imaging analysts flagged a pattern of smooth, almost metallic-looking plating, broken by lines that ran too straight to be natural fractures. One analyst, quoted in a redacted chat log, called it the radiator problem, referring to a gridwork of raised ridges spaced like the cooling fins on spacecraft. These ribs cast long, uniform shadows, and their regularity caused the anomaly detection software to flag the pattern as artificial. Comparisons to known comets like Halley or 67P Churyumov-Gerasimenko fell apart. Their surfaces are jagged and chaotic. 3I Atlas, in contrast, had long stretches that reflected sunlight like polished alloy. Further spectral analysis of this reflected light showed an albedo inconsistent with any known meteoritic iron, lacking the usual chondritic features. It was too smooth, too reflective, and far too structured. Thermal signatures and heat pulses. If the surface looked engineered, the thermal data was even more alarming. According to the leaked files, infrared arrays recorded heat vents pulsing with incredible regularity. The logs show heat pooling along the strange ribbed seams, and then bursting outward in tight, directed jets. This wasn't the broad, chaotic outgassing you see in a typical comet. These were discrete, timed pulses occurring precisely every 90 seconds, raising local surface temperatures by over 200 degrees Kelvin in an instant. The mission logs classified this as a directive motion event, a term typically reserved for spacecraft thrusters, not natural phenomena. Even more damning, trajectory analysts correlated these thermal pulses directly with the object's mysterious course corrections. After each 90-second heat burst, the Intercept team logged a subtle but precise shift in its path. The efficiency of this propulsion, measured as specific impulse, was calculated to be far beyond any chemical rocket, consistent with advanced ion or plasma thrusters. Gravity couldn't explain it, solar radiation is constant, and natural outgassing is random. The evidence was building 3. I Atlas wasn't just moving strangely, it appeared to be actively propelling itself. Chemical composition mysteries. The mystery only deepens when you look at what 3I Atlas was made of. Martin Cordner's team at Goddard was the first to get a full spectrum after the Intercept, and the results were an instant red flag. The early spectra lit up with incredibly sharp, bright lines of nickel. In cosmic bodies, nickel almost always rides shotgun with iron. Yet in every single frame of data from 3I Atlas, iron was almost completely absent. Its signature spectral lines were missing. This isn't just rare. In the entire catalog of known comets and asteroids, it's unheard of. The natural formation processes that create asteroids from protoplanetary disks simply don't separate these two elements with such purity. Leaked notes suggest the isotopic ratio of the nickel was also wrong, indicating it wasn't formed in a typical supernova. The purity level was estimated to be over 99.8%, a level that on Earth requires an advanced electrochemical process known as the Mond process. Radio echoes and communication patterns. Beyond its motion and materials, the most chilling evidence in the leaked files points toward active technology. According to the logs, radio astronomers reviewing raw data from the Intercept mission flagged a pattern of faint, repeating echoes in the X-band frequency range. These weren't natural radio bursts or cosmic static, they were precise, clipped signals with a high signal-to-noise ratio, bouncing back from 3I Atlas at regular intervals. What made this truly shocking was the timing. The interval of the radio echoes mapped almost perfectly to the 90-second rhythm of the object's thermal pulses. It was as if something was pinging the object, and the heat pulses were the response. In one of the leaked chat logs, a veteran telemetry specialist reportedly wrote, "It's like someone is pinging the probe and it's answering. The pattern is too tight for random noise." This completely changed the nature of the investigation. SETI pioneer Dr. Jill Tarter has long argued that a truly intelligent signal would likely be efficient and information-dense, characteristics that align with these alleged repeating echoes. The data suggested it could be an active, responsive probe. Expert analysis and propulsion theory. You can't discuss these anomalies without bringing in a voice of scientific courage like Avi Loeb. The Harvard astrophysicist, who famously staked his reputation on Oumuamua being alien technology, wasted no time weighing in on the 3I Atlas files. He argued the intercepted telemetry read like a blueprint for an advanced propulsion system. Each 90-second heat pulse and corresponding course correction was perfectly consistent with a massive ion drive or a similar engine. In Loeb's words, if you wanted to navigate through a solar system while managing heat and energy, you would use timed, directional thrust. That is what the data shows. But the most jarring evidence was a fragment recovered by the interceptor's dust collector. A leaked lab memo described a fleck of material with a lattice of silicon and doped phosphorus, arranged in layers spaced at micron intervals. The structure was noted as being radiation-hardened to a degree far beyond current human capability, suggesting it was built for long-duration travel through the harsh interstellar medium. This wasn't just a circuit, it was an artifact from a civilization far beyond our own. So, what do we make of all this? A 26-kilometer object from another star system, moving at impossible speeds, making its own course corrections. It has a surface that looks like armor, a composition of refined nickel, and it pulses with heat and radio echoes on a perfect 90-second clock. And finally, there's a fragment of what appears to be a microchip. The leaked files, if authentic, present a disturbing and profound reality. The questions are staggering. What is this object's purpose? Where did it come from? And perhaps most importantly, what else has NASA found that we don't know about? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the secrets of science and technology. Thanks for watching Simply Science. Jupiter isn't just the largest planet in our solar system. It's a cosmic monster hiding secrets that could rewrite physics textbooks. While we've admired its colorful bands for centuries, NASA's Juno spacecraft discovered something absolutely terrifying. Perfectly organized storm systems that shouldn't exist, mysterious ammonia towers stretching thousands of kilometers high, and a great red spot that's dying faster than scientists ever predicted. But here's the kicker. Jupiter might be more alien than we ever imagined. Did you know Jupiter's magnetic field is so chaotic it would instantly kill any human who got too close? The mystery storm discovery. Scientists expected chaos when Juno peered into Jupiter's depths, but what they found was far more unsettling. Perfect order where none should exist. Hidden beneath the planet's familiar bands are storm systems arranged in geometric patterns so precise they look engineered. These aren't random weather events, they're mega-cyclones that have been spinning in formation for potentially millions of years. Dr. Alberto Adriani, from the Institute for Space Astrophysics in Rome, describes them as impossible structures that violate everything we know about fluid dynamics. The storms maintain perfect spacing, like gears in a planetary machine, each one larger than Earth and more powerful than anything in our solar system. What's keeping them organized? Why haven't they merged or dissipated like normal storms should? Juno's data suggests these formations extend thousands of kilometers deep, powered by energy sources that remain completely unknown. The geometric precision is so unnatural that some researchers privately wonder if they're witnessing the remnants of some ancient cosmic event that fundamentally altered Jupiter's atmospheric behavior. Each storm rotates with mathematical precision, creating a pattern that defies the chaotic nature of fluid mechanics. Steeple Mountain discovery. Deep beneath Jupiter's swirling surface, Juno's microwave radiometer detected something that shouldn't exist. Towering structures of ammonia rising like ghostly skyscrapers through the dense atmosphere. These steeple mountains stretch 3,000 kilometers high, making Earth's tallest peaks look like pebbles. But here's the terrifying part. They are not solid. These are fluid towers, streams of superheated ammonia shooting upward at velocities that would tear apart any earthly structure. Dr. Scott Bolton and his team at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory initially thought their instruments were malfunctioning. How could liquid structures maintain such height in an environment where pressure should crush everything? The discovery suggests Jupiter's interior is far more turbulent than anyone imagined, with convection currents powerful enough to launch material thousands of kilometers upward. These aren't isolated events. Juno has detected dozens of these formations, some persisting for months, while others appear and vanish like cosmic mirages. The ammonia plumes carry with them traces of deeper materials, offering glimpses into Jupiter's mysterious core regions where temperatures exceed 20,000 degrees Celsius. What force is driving these massive eruptions from Jupiter's depths? Largest eruption recording. On March 15, 2021, Juno witnessed Jupiter unleash its fury in ways that left scientists speechless. What started as routine atmospheric monitoring became documentation of the most violent planetary eruption ever recorded. Material exploded from Jupiter's depths at 150 meters per second, creating a shockwave that rippled across the entire hemisphere. This wasn't just a storm, it was a planetary convulsion that ejected enough material to bury Texas under 10 meters of debris. The eruption originated from pressures 100 times greater than Earth's surface, in regions where the atmosphere becomes so dense it behaves more like liquid metal than gas. Juno's instruments recorded temperature spikes exceeding 2,000 degrees Celsius, as the explosion tore through atmospheric layers that had remained stable for centuries. The sheer violence of the event suggests something catastrophic occurred in Jupiter's deep interior. Perhaps the collapse of a massive atmospheric structure, or the release of energy that had been building for decades. What's most disturbing is that this might not be rare. Analysis of Juno's 4-year dataset reveals smaller versions of these eruptions occurring regularly, like a planet-sized pressure cooker releasing steam. Each eruption carries chemical signatures from depths no spacecraft has ever sampled, offering terrifying glimpses into the hellish conditions that exist within our solar system's largest world. Jupiter's magnetic field. Forget everything you thought you knew about planetary magnetic fields. Juno's magnetometer revealed that Jupiter's magnetic environment is a chaotic nightmare that would instantly kill any unprotected visitor. Instead of the simple, predictable dipole field scientists expected, Jupiter possesses a twisted, lumpy magnetic field that defies all theoretical models. In some regions, the field's strength reaches 20 times Earth's intensity, while in others it nearly vanishes completely. Dr. Kimberly Moore at Harvard University describes it as magnetic chaos on a planetary scale. The field's bizarre structure suggests Jupiter's core isn't the solid, well-organized sphere scientists assumed. Instead, it appears partially dissolved, creating a churning metallic hydrogen dynamo that generates magnetic mayhem. This chaos extends millions of kilometers into space, creating radiation belts so intense they would cook electronics instantly and deliver lethal doses to humans in seconds. Juno itself barely survives each close approach, with its instruments shutting down to prevent damage from the crushing radiation. The magnetic field's unpredictable nature also means Jupiter's moons experience wildly varying radiation exposure as they orbit. Europa and Io are constantly bombarded by charged particles accelerated to near-light speeds, creating auroras visible from Earth but also sterilizing their surfaces with deadly efficiency. Atmospheric water mystery. Here's where Jupiter's story takes a sinister turn. Juno's near-infrared spectrometer was designed to map Jupiter's water content, but instead it discovered something far more unsettling: massive regions where water mysteriously vanishes. According to planetary formation theory, Jupiter should be rich in water vapor, yet Juno found vast dry zones where H2O readings dropped to nearly zero. Dr. Chung Lee at the University of California, Berkeley calls it the missing water problem, but the implications are far more disturbing than the name suggests. Something is actively consuming or hiding Jupiter's water and scientists have no idea what. The dry zones aren't random. They appear in organized patterns that correlate with the planet's mysterious deep storm systems. In some regions, water abundance fluctuates wildly over timescales of hours, as if something is feeding on it in massive gulps. Chemical analysis reveals traces of exotic compounds that shouldn't exist in Jupiter's supposed water-rich environment. These mysterious substances appear wherever water disappears, suggesting some unknown chemical process is converting H2O into unidentifiable products. The water mystery gets worse the deeper Juno looks. Pressure levels where liquid water should be abundant show the most extreme depletion, hinting that whatever is consuming Jupiter's water prefers the high-pressure environments deep within the planet. Polar cyclone dynamic. Jupiter's poles revealed a site so perfectly organized it seems almost artificial. Geometric arrangements of cyclones that have maintained their formation for over 8 years since Juno's arrival. The North Pole hosts 8 cyclones arranged in a perfect octagon around a central storm, while the South Pole displays 5 cyclones in a pentagon formation. Each of these storms is larger than Earth, spinning at velocities exceeding 350 kilometers per hour, yet they never merge or drift from their positions. Dr. Alberto Adriani from Italy's National Institute for Astrophysics describes the formation as geometrically impossible according to known atmospheric physics. The cyclones maintain precise spacing like dancers in a cosmic ballet, each one feeding off the others in ways that shouldn't create stability. What's most unnerving is their persistence. These storms have shown no signs of weakening or changing position despite the chaotic nature of Jupiter's atmosphere. Computer simulations attempting to recreate these formations consistently fail, suggesting fundamental gaps in our understanding of atmospheric dynamics. The cyclones rotate in alternating directions, creating a complex system of vortex interactions that generates its own weather patterns. Deep within each storm, Juno detected temperature anomalies and chemical signatures that differ from the surrounding atmosphere, as if each cyclone is connected to different regions of Jupiter's interior through unknown mechanisms. Jupiter's composition and structure. Juno shattered every textbook description of Jupiter's interior structure, revealing a planet that assembled itself using rules we don't understand. Instead of the neat, layered structure scientists expected, Jupiter possesses a fuzzy core that extends halfway to the surface, a discovery that invalidates 50 years of planetary formation theory. Heavy elements like silicon and iron, which should have settled into a compact central core, are instead mixed throughout the planet in impossible concentrations. Dr. Tristan Guillot from the Côte d'Azur Observatory describes Jupiter's interior as dilute core soup, a churning mixture where rock, ice, and metallic hydrogen swirl together in ways that violate basic principles of planetary differentiation. The implications are staggering. If Jupiter formed differently than we thought, then our entire understanding of solar system evolution is wrong. Gravitational measurements reveal density variations that shouldn't exist, suggesting Jupiter's interior is constantly reshuffling itself through unknown mechanisms. Temperature gradients detected by Juno indicate heat sources distributed throughout the planet rather than concentrated at the core, challenging fundamental assumptions about how giant planets generate energy. The fuzzy core discovery also explains why Jupiter radiates 2.5 times more energy than it receives from the Sun. It's essentially a failed star still contracting and generating heat through gravitational compression, but in ways far more complex than scientists ever imagined. Great Red Spot Analysis. The Great Red Spot isn't just Jupiter's most famous feature, it's a window into the planet's terrifying depths. Juno's close-up analysis revealed this iconic storm extends 300 kilometers deep, with routes that may connect directly to Jupiter's core regions. But the most disturbing discovery wasn't its depth, it was what's keeping it alive. The spot's distinctive orange-red color comes from complex organic compounds that shouldn't exist at those atmospheric pressures and temperatures. Dr. Amy Simon at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center describes these chemicals as atmospheric ghosts, substances that appear and disappear in ways that violate known chemistry. The storm isn't just spinning randomly, it pulses with a rhythm like a planetary heartbeat, expanding and contracting in 87-day cycles that seem connected to Jupiter's rotation period. Juno's data reveals the Great Red Spot is actually hollow at its center, creating a massive atmospheric vortex that acts like a planetary drain. Material gets sucked into this central void and disappears into Jupiter's depths, carrying surface chemicals into regions where they undergo unknown transformations. Most unsettling of all, the storm shows signs of intelligence. Its behavior changes in response to external stimuli, almost as if it's aware of Juno's presence. The Great Red Spot has survived for over 400 years by feeding on smaller storms, absorbing their energy and growing stronger, like an atmospheric predator that dominates Jupiter's weather systems. Jupiter as planetary protector. While Jupiter protects Earth from cosmic debris, Juno revealed this protection comes at a horrifying cost to anything that ventures too close. The planet doesn't just deflect asteroids and comets, it captures them in gravitational death spirals that tear objects apart atom by atom before consuming their remains. Juno's atmospheric analysis detected the chemical signatures of countless destroyed worlds, including metallic traces that suggest entire moonlets have been devoured over millions of years. Dr. Heidi Hamel from the Association of Universities for Research in Astronomy calls Jupiter a cosmic meat grinder that processes solar system debris with terrifying efficiency. The planet's tidal forces are so intense they can shred objects hundreds of kilometers across, turning solid bodies into streams of molten rock and metal. Juno witnessed several small asteroids meet this fate, documenting their final moments as they spiraled into Jupiter's crushing embrace. The gravity well extends far beyond Jupiter itself. Objects passing within 2.5 million kilometers begin experiencing tidal stress that eventually proves fatal. What's most disturbing is the sheer scale of destruction. Juno's chemical analysis suggests Jupiter has consumed thousands of large objects throughout its history, including bodies that might have supported primitive life. Each impact adds to Jupiter's mass and energy, making it an ever-growing cosmic vacuum cleaner that grows more powerful with each meal. The planet's protective role comes with an appetite that never stops growing. Great red spot shrinking. The most iconic feature in our solar system is dying, and its death throes might be more catastrophic than anyone imagined. Juno's precise measurements confirmed the Great Red Spot is shrinking at an accelerating rate, having lost over 50% of its size since the 1800s. At current rates, this 400-year-old storm system could vanish completely within 20 years. But here's the terrifying part. As it shrinks, it's becoming more intense, like a cosmic pressure cooker building toward an explosive finale. Wind speeds within the shrinking storm have increased to over 650 kilometers per hour, creating conditions more violent than anything previously recorded on Jupiter. Dr. Glenn Orton at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory warns that the spot's collapse could trigger massive atmospheric upheavals across Jupiter's entire hemisphere. The shrinking process appears irreversible, driven by changes in Jupiter's deep circulation patterns that Juno is still struggling to understand. As the Great Red Spot contracts, it's pulling material from deeper atmospheric layers, concentrating energy and chemical compounds in ways that could destabilize surrounding weather systems. Computer models attempting to predict the spot's final collapse consistently crash, unable to process the extreme conditions created by the dying storm. What happens when 4 centuries of accumulated atmospheric energy gets released all at once? Juno might be positioned to witness the most violent planetary weather event in recorded history, the death of a storm so massive it has shaped Jupiter's appearance for longer than humans have been studying the planet. So there you have it, Jupiter's most terrifying secrets revealed by Juno's groundbreaking mission. From impossible storm formations to the dying Great Red Spot, our solar system's giant is far more mysterious and dangerous than we ever imagined. These discoveries are just the beginning of what Simply Science brings you every week. If these cosmic revelations blew your mind, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you never miss our latest space discoveries. What shocked you most about Jupiter's hidden mysteries? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. Until next time, keep questioning the universe.